You are using Ionic 7 and your Angular routing looks messed up? Let's talk about it. So you asked me this question on YouTube when I created an Ionic 7 project. The app folder, there's no app module file. Also, create a new video on changes of Ionic 7. All routing and module files have been removed with respect to standalone components. And this is the important part that we have to talk about. So in the past, your Ionic Angular projects basically looked like this. You created pages which came with a routing module file, with a module file. You had an overall general app module file, and you had an app routing file where you specified your routes. Now, since Angular 14, we can have standalone components, and they are now stable. And if you generate any kind of Ionic 7 project or pages in Ionic 7 applications, it will look different. It will look basically like this. So at the top level, you're gonna have an app routes file in which you can now specify your routing information. This is pretty much the same thing like the app routing module file, but we don't really have ng modules anymore in these kind of standalone applications. So what happens is that within your main.ts file, you will now find the Bootstrap application which creates your application starting with the app component and then using the routes from that one routing file. Now, this is an application I did for the Ionic Academy, which is basically a split view setup, which also is usable as a side menu. So just a little ChatGPT application. Now, my setup for this is in the app routes file, where I specified the menu page and, as always, the menu having children. And that is my setup. However, you can also have a different setup for this. If you take, for example, a look at the tabs example from Ionic that you can just bootstrap, what you're going to find is in the app routes file, you will only have one path with load children. And this is now important. So look what we did in my application. In my application, I had an import for load component. That means if you just want to load a standalone component, which you can, by the way, see by standalone true here in the add component annotation, you can use load component just like this. However, if you want to structure your application with more routing files, because you have a menu or you have a tabs, or you just want to split up the routes into different files, you could still do this by defining another tabs routes file, just like this. And then again, we see the load component finally in here. But this routing information is simply used in our app routes and passed to load children instead. So this is the way of how you could still add a bit more structure to your routes in your Ionic 7 Angular application. However, I did all of that in this one app routing file. I don't know, I kind of like the idea of having all routes simply in this one file and not split out across my different files, but everyone has preferences. You do you. If you prefer to split it up into different routing files, then go ahead and you can do it with load children. With that being said, let me quickly give you a bit more information about standalone components. So if you generate a new page, you can see that you only got these 4 files, and your component basically now holds all the information that previously was inside the module by using the imports, which also means if you're using things like the async pipe, if you're using the async pipe, if you're using any kind of ng-for, ng-if logic, you're gonna have to specify all of these things in your imports. So of course we need the Ionic module. The common module can be imported if you want to get everything from Angular common, which is ng-if, ng-for, ng-class, but you could also just do it like these. You can actually directly import the things you need. So you could just add ng-if, you could have ng-for, and you can also import the pipes, just like we did with the async pipe. And if you have router links, you also need the router link, or the router module, which would then contain everything. However, this is now the way forward with standalone components, so be aware of these changes. Make sure you add your imports in here. You could still have a shared module which adds like the general stuff that every page uses, and then you import that shared module into your standalone component. So there are different ways how you could approach this. But overall, don't get confused with a new routing and check out the ways. You can also check out the side menu and the tab starter, and there's a list starter as well, where you will see these new routes in action. I hope this clarifies the issue of the Ionic 7 routing. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe to the channel because many people are still not subscribed. And of course, if you want more Ionic help, guidance, and great courses, check out the ionicacademy.com, which is my place to help you with everything Ionic. We got a brand new Discord channel where we could answer stuff like this basically in minutes, so go check it out. Membership starts at $25 per month or with a big discount on the annual subscription. So check it out, and I will hopefully catch you in the next video. So until then, happy coding, Simon.